guys, my name is Nabiri, and for this kicking of the week we're going to be working on the tail that we created earlier. We're going to create some more depth and add some more layering in there and maybe making it fit a little bit more with the punch. So this is what we had, the punch from earlier and the tail from the week before. And what we're going to do right now is we're going to somehow make the tail a little bit more fat. And the way I think I'm going to do that is adding another serum to create a new tail and maybe make it fit with this one. So we create this more fat tail. So let's just open up a new serum and get going on that new tail layer. I feel it should just be a little bit more crunchy. This is the result for what we had till now. And it sounds alright, but it's not as crunchy as I would like. So that's what I'm gonna try to figure out with this new serum instance. So I'm just gonna put the same note in there, nothing special. And we're gonna pitch the stuff down again. Distort it, and we'll just see where it's going. Don't like this one. Oh, that's crunchy. Yeah, that's what I wanted. So now we're gonna play with the filter again and see if we can get something nice. I think I'm gonna try this one. This one just really works for me 9 out of 10 times. It's just the little dip and resonance up top. It just works. So right now I'm still just working on a separate layer, but I think I'll be layering them together in a little bit. I want to make sure that this one sounds as good as it can on its own already, and then we're gonna focus on the phasing so it fits everything nicely. Just trying to find that sweet spot, and I think this might work, not sure, but let's layer it with the other one. And we're just gonna link this one to the automation for the volume that we have over here. And what we're gonna do then is we're gonna throw this one in a mixer channel as well. And we're just gonna try to balance them and see if they complement each other well. I feel they do complement each other quite well, but there's a little rumble in the beginning of the new tail layer that we've made, and I really don't like that. So we're just gonna try to get that rumble, that brand, before the actual crunch starts. We're just gonna try to get that away. Or we could maybe fix it in another way. Yeah, let's try that. I'm gonna sample it, and then I'm gonna put it in there again. Yeah, so let's take this as a sample and put this underneath here, and then just skip this part, which is making the rumble. think this is it. Now I'm just playing a little bit with the phasing for just to make sure that it has the right character with this added tail to it. I think this works. Let's get the punch in there as well, see if it fits the punch a little bit at least. And then we're gonna distort it even more. I think it sounds okay. Not really yet where I want it to be, but I think we can fix that with adding some distortion. And not just a little bit, quite extreme amounts of distortion of course. So what I'm gonna do first right now is I'm gonna look in the EQ, what I want to boost, maybe take away some things, and then just apply some distortion after that. Let's just start off simple. Okay, well, so we can actually really hear that this extra layer is doing a lot, and I'm trying to figure out that the volume is gonna shape the kick or shape the tail a little bit more, because right now it's just an empty distorted tail, and this extra crunch layer really creates the crunch that I wanted. But maybe putting the volume down a little bit and then distorting it creates a nicer balance for the tail. I think this works, and maybe putting an EQ on one of the two layers to really put the focus on that part of the sound is gonna help as well. Okay, so this sounds nice, and sometimes I'm just not sure what I want to do next. So the character of this tail is already sounding decent, but I'm just gonna play around a little bit with this extra EQ I got over here. And the fun thing about Shade is that you can really go crazy with EQ stuff in here. So maybe open up a flanger or a comb and just see, maybe if we put this in the right spot, it's gonna make the tail sit in the right way. And if we really want to go crazy, we can even automate this stuff over here while putting LFO on certain parts on here. So maybe let's just try to see what happens. Might be utter crap, but it might save our tail as well. Make it a little bit more unique. Let's try something else. I think that gives a little bit more extra movement in there, and I like that. I think that will work, yeah. Let's just add some EQ again. And distort it even more. As you can see, this one's free, by the way. If you don't have this distortion yet, it works quite well on really creating a gritty sound for your tail. So as we're putting the sound through another distortion, just look in that EQ, if the EQ also shapes the sound well. You can put random peaks over here and over there and just get lost real quick. But if you really try and listen if this dip over here, for example, creates the right space for the rest of the sound to be put in. It's just really a creative process and really trying to listen if the stuff that you're doing is actually working. So for example, I think this dip over here, it just really creates some extra space for the high part of the crunch of the tail. Now it sounds a little bit too full, and if we take it away, it just sounds a little bit more open. And also, this little dip that I did, it's just taking away a little bit of that peak resonance for the tail that we have. And that balances it out a little bit as well, and it's just what you want for the tail. So I think this sounds nice already, and what we've done right now is we've created a solid character for the tail. And now I'm gonna sample this, and if you ever have the this offset over here, what you can do, or what you can try to fix it, at least I'm told, is put a low cut on here and just make it a really low cut. So you don't really take away any of the sound that you're having right now, but this should get rid, at least from a big part of the offset. So we're gonna put that in here, take the punch again, so we don't need to figure out our bits later. And let's put this in the mixer channel as well. So the part that we're actually working with is only this. And you can also already just see if it fits. So now that we've made sure that the tail fits in a kind of looping way with the punch, we're gonna make sure that it has a better sub. Right now it's just the character of the tail, and we're gonna put a serum layer underneath it to create a better sub. So that just takes a quite an easy amount of work in serum. So we're just gonna get the stuff basically ready for making a tail. And what you're going to be looking for is making a really warm and sub-focused preset in here. And we're going to filter it. We're just going to add a slight bit of distortion. And then we're gonna make it move a little bit, because each layer has to move at least a tiny bit. Maybe make the filter move a little bit. And then a little trick that you can use is maybe put some noise in here as well. This noise will just be really acting as a crunchy in between the tail, the sub layer and the tail layer. So now that we've made this layer, we're just gonna export this again. Yeah, we're just gonna export this through Edison and put it underneath here as well. Put these on normalized again. And we're just gonna see if we can make this fit the tail. I like using some extra automation over here so that we, when we put the punch in there as well, we can really have as much versatility to get the tail and the punch glued together nicely, even with the sub. And we're just gonna look if it fits the facing. And you can look for this, but you also need to listen to it as well. This looks right to me. This is around it, and this is how it would sound if you had like counter facing it. And what you really hear is just it takes away all the bass, and as this is a sub layer, it shouldn't be taking away the bass, it should be giving bass to the sound. So this makes the most solid bass for that till. And we're just gonna put these two on another buzz. And shape it just a little bit, and then maybe add an extra distortion. And what I try to do is either one of two things: go all out crazy again with distortion and EQ, or try to keep it a little bit simple if you're happy with the character of the tail that you're having right now. And I think the character is quite solid, so the only thing I'm going to be doing is see if we can make it a little bit more tight, and that's it. So let's put it with a punch and see if it works. So this sounds nice, it sounds fat, it sounds solid, and finishing this will be something we'll be doing next week. So thank you for watching, and I hope you learned something from this. And if you have any comments on how I teach, or something you want to see, just let me know down below in the comments. Thanks for watching, have a good time practicing, and see you next week. Cheers!